Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. For seekers of God, spiritual talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda. Continuation of chapter 48, page number 111, episode 89. Here Mahapurush Maharaj speaks about Swamiji's appearance at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago and his unique success. Mahapurush Maharaj says that Sri Ramakrishna worked through Swamiji. Swamiji was very fond of the ideas of Lord Buddha and he was well read in Buddhist philosophy. Mahapurush Maharaj continues. Swamiji was not one-sided in any way. From those days on, Swamiji had ideas, language and reasoning of a unique kind. Even his ordinary conversation would be full of lofty ideas expressed in scholarly language. Swamiji liked the style of Milton, and he would carry on his discussion and arguments in that style. Before going to America, Swamiji wandered as an itinerant monk from one corner of India to another, and during those wanderings he met the Diwan of Junagadh. By talking with Swamiji, the Diwan was so impressed that he said to him, Swamiji, you have a very bright future before you. His prediction came true. While in America, Swamiji became a little nervous at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago. It was but natural. It was such a huge gathering, thousands of people, the very best, the cream of society. Swamiji didn't know what he would say because he had gone there with a prepared lecture. Because Swamiji had not gone there with a prepared lecture, Dr. Barrows called upon Swamiji to speak, but Swamiji kept putting him off. Suddenly, Swamiji was reminded of a certain verse. I salute the all-blissful Krishna, whose compassion makes the mute become eloquent and the cripple scale mountains. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande paramananda madhavam. The moment this verse came to Swamiji's mind, all nervousness left him. Saluting the master mentally, Swamiji stood up, and what followed you must have read. The world heard a new message from Swamiji's lips. His lecture was the very best. Mahapurush Maharaj continues, my child, it was all the play of the power of God. Swamiji was a direct instrument of the Master. All the scholarly speakers who came prepared to establish the greatness of their denominations paled into insignificance before Swamiji. Noticing Swamiji's success, the people of America collected large funds and sent Dr. Barrows to India and such other countries to preach Christianity. Dr. Barrows visited different places in India and gave lectures with very little result. Swamiji started preaching the message of Vedanta in the West, and we received reports of his lectures here. At first, we could hardly believe that these were lectures by Swamiji when we read them. He did not use the language nor the ideas we were familiar with. Everything became changed. He had a new message and a new language. Before going to America, in his conversations here, Swamiji had a leaning towards the path of knowledge, Jnana Yoga, and his language was quite philosophical and scholarly. But in the lectures which he gave in the West, his language was simple and direct, and his ideas were full of life and love. Returning to India, Swamiji remarked, "Do you think I gave those lectures? It was the Master who spoke through me. It was Sri Ramakrishna who spoke through me." In reality, it was so. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Pranamastu.